Okay, hello research projectors. I want to keep this one pretty quick and simple if I can. So I'll be rushing through a little bit of what I want to cover. What I want to talk to you about is the purpose of the preliminary research page. What I've got up on the screen here is an example which is in the Teams area for you. If you go back to our Teams page, into the classwork section, sorry, I'll jump out of there. Go into the classwork section. You will find the folder for the preliminary research. And please read through here first. The one that I have got open here showing you is the GMO and organic food example. So again, the thing that I need to stress about this is this will be different for everybody. Yes, you can use the template. Yes, you can use the subheadings and the suggestions that I've got here on the template for your research project. But if that doesn't make sense for you, change it up. If this page doesn't make sense for you, change it up. If your project doesn't have text journals and books available, get rid of it. If you are more likely to have interviews and contacts, or if you are more likely to have a whole range of documentaries and YouTube channels and podcasts, TED Talks and all the rest of it, then change it up. It is your preliminary research. It is about you planning where you are going to get your information from. Okay, so this needs to be done before we start working on our proposal, which is the next step of what we need to do. And what you're doing with the preliminary research is testing to see if the question that you have so far developed is actually researchable. By now, each and every single one of you has sat with me or with Miss Peters and we have gone through possible wording for your question and how that question might be broken up into 2, 3 or 4 focus areas or key finding areas or sub-questions that would let you answer your big overall question. What you now need to do is see if you can think about and plan where the information to allow you to do that is going to come from. So this is testing, okay? We want to make sure that you use a wide variety of high quality research sources and that not everything that you're doing is coming straight from the internet. You should not be able to just put into Google your question and come up with an answer. That is not going to get you the C that you need. So what we're looking for is, as I said, a wide variety of research sources, and we're also looking for a range of primary and secondary type sources. Now, if you are confused about the difference between primary and secondary sources, please go to my YouTube channel, Miss Cross's Classroom, and there is a video on here, somewhere down here. Where is it? Primary and secondary sources. You only got to listen to me for 3 minutes, thank God, they say. Have a look at that one. That will help you to hopefully understand the difference between the two. The other one that might be worth having a look at on here is the benefits of Google Scholar. Now, somehow I have also managed to end up with 2 YouTube channels, and my second one, Nicole Cross 7126, if you search that one, you will find a video that I did last week about using ChatGPT in your research project to help you explore your topic and find experts. I would also suggest that you have a look at that one because that is a useful research method or technology that you can utilize within your research project. So, sorry they're in 2 different places, but I don't know why because I'm not technologically advanced like that. Anyway, so back over to here. Now, your research planning needs to come from you. It is not about me telling you where you are going to get your information from. It is not about Pete or Miss Peters telling you where you are going to get your information from. We will help you if we come across something that looks relevant and looks interesting and is in the current news that you might not have been able to find yourself. We will certainly tag you in on those, and I've already done a couple of those types of things. If you go back into our Teams page, you'll see that I've already tagged a couple of people there with some possible sources of information. So I think down here, Hunter, there was some information about, and Caden, there was some information about concussions in the AFL. Can't remember which one of you two was talking about that, but something that I found that I've tagged you. For any of you that are looking at health or welfare type topics, I know there's a few of you that are looking at things like mental health of teenagers. A few of you that are looking at other health related topics, there's some information there that might be of use to you as well. And there's a link to the ChatGPT video and a link to the Benefits of Google Scholar video. So you will see that if you check the general feed occasionally, if I've tagged you particularly, you should get notification about that being there. You need to understand where your information is likely to come from before you start writing your proposal. Now, that's the next thing that we are going to be doing. So what I would need you to do when you are looking at your preliminary research is formulating ideas about where you're going to get your information from. Now, possible search terms. You could do a ChatGPT prompt. Give me 10 or 15 possible search terms to find information relating to food sustainability, organic food versus GMO food supplies, and see what kinds of prompts the generator comes up with. It's also possible to use the extra searches that in Google are returned to you. So if you are in Google, you might be looking at GMO food supplies versus organics. And one of the things that you might find is use some of these types of features. I mean, this has got, 118 million results. That's far too many for you to have a look at. But you've got some other additional types of questions that you might be able to incorporate into your research here. You've got related searches. You've got a whole range down here of possible search terms. Non-GMO meaning. One of the things that you're going to have to do if you were doing this topic is actually provide definitions of what GMO is and isn't. So some of these terms can help you with this preliminary research as well. We have also spoken about the possibility of using something like Google Scholar. You can also use some filters to be able to come up with, articles that have only been published since, say, 2020, or articles that are only Australian. So you might add in, plus Australia, and see immediately down to 54,200 results. So, and it's much more focused on what you need to do. One of the things that you do need to do is keep a record of the types of searching that you are doing and how you are focusing your information. And that can be done through your logbook at the end of the lesson, where you might make a note about when you did a search including the Plus Australia tag, you immediately altered the amount of search results, and they became much more targeted to your to your topic. Sorry. What this what this all allows you to do is that you can make any final adjustments to your question or to your topic that you need to before you start to write your proposal. So if your question needs to alter slightly, if your focus or your sub-questions need to alter slightly, you can make those changes based on what you have discovered, but record your thinking about that in a logbook entry, please. That will help you when it comes to writing the proposal, which is what I want to start on next week. So by next week, you should have a preliminary research page, something along these lines. As I said, it will look very unique to you because your topic and your question is unique. The logbook entry reflecting upon what you found. Here's a few prompt questions to help you with that. You don't have to answer all of them. Pick and choose again what is relevant to you, but do spend 10 or 15 minutes at some stage making some notations about some of your possible research. Okay, preliminary research. God, sorry. So the other thing that you can do while you are producing your preliminary research, if you come across a possible website and it looks like it's going to be a really, really good one, I would then start to consider either printing it out so that you can file it in your folder at the moment, as long as it's got the web address on it, or cutting and pasting the URL into a bibliography. And if you go back into the folder up here, there is an example of a bibliography for you as well. A bibliography at this stage is simply where you will record all of the different sources that you might use. These are not ones that you are definitely going to use, but some type of information about the date that you accessed it, the actual website itself, a few notes about what you thought might be useful about it. Give it a rating, so 5 out of 5 means yep, definitely need to follow this one up. Record the ones that aren't going to be useful as well. Okay, so like this one, Genetically Modified Food 2000, same series but older version, possibly outdated info. Now that actually helps to tell me that you understand about the necessary requirements of credible research. So don't go, oh no, I'm not going to use it, so I just won't worry about recording it. Actually do record it, because that helps to show that you can make the distinction between what is going to be reliable and credible and what is going to be far out of date, particularly with a topic like genetically modified food where things are changing every 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to shut up. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps you a little bit. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week, hopefully. Have a oh god have a wonderful time this week. Good luck for all of you with what you need to do here this week, and even better luck for all of those of you in Monterra for Sports Day. Go Monterra! Okay, that'll do. Bye.